What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here, back with another TCG video for you guys. In this video, I'm gonna talk about my League Cup experience. I went to a tournament this weekend, so just to get it out there, it's one of my first tournaments of the new season. So the thing here is, I was playing Tapu Bulu Vikavolt. Why I decided that, it was actually last minute. I was actually prompted to play it was a Gardevoir. Yeah, that list was running very smoothly, but I was afraid of the fire matchups. And in my local area, a lot of people are playing fire, so Volcanion is around. And then we also had the other fire deck. It is Salazzle Ho-Oh. So a lot of people were playing fire, so I decided I was going to run a deck with 0 weakness, so that would not slow me down at all. So that way I could not have those terrible matchups. We have Tapu Bulu Vikavolt. The deck is pretty much self-explanatory. We have this Vikavolt Strong Charge. It's the best ability for this deck, attaching a lightning and a grass energy from the deck straight to one of your Pokemon in any way you like. For Grubbin, for consistency, getting it out on the first turn and the second turn. We want to get Vikavolt out. That's how the deck pilots. We also have the Brigette on the first turn, 2 Tapu Lele, 4 Ultra Ball to make that happen. The first turn Brigette, and after that, if we get out of Vikavolt, the deck pretty much is an autopilot. It works really well. And even if they end you, you can definitely get out energy just from your deck with Vikavolt and then attack with Tapu Bulu. Tapu Koko-GX is something I included here just because of the Gardevoir matchup is not the best around, because we cannot one-shot them, and with Tapu Koko we can definitely one-shot a Gardevoir GX if they attach a lot of energies onto the Gardevoir GX. We can definitely one-shot it with the Tapu Thunder GX, which was MVP, and I'm gonna talk about that more in the matches I'm gonna explain later. So 3 rare candy, 4 Ultra Ball as mentioned before. We have 3 Guzma and 2 Switch, because a lot of these Pokemon have a lot of retreat cost, and sometimes they might get stuck in the active position. Definitely those Vikavolts, you don't want to get stranded in the active position and having a turn where you cannot attack. That's why we run Switch. Then 1 Professor Kukui helps out a lot in the matchup. Let's just say you have a Choice Band attached and you have a Kukui on that turn. That way you will the maximum damage gets increased to 230, enough to knock out a Gardevoir GX. Yeah, after you've used the Tapu Thunder, of course. So Gardevoir matchups kind of regular, I would say a 60-40% matchup here, because this deck list runs really smoothly like that. We have 2 Skyla. It's really great getting out your last piece, Ultra Ball, your rare candy or whatever, just with Skyla. Also works out with Switch. I love the Skyla Switch method here. Also grabbing his Choice Band is never been so easy with Skyla. Then 6 grass energies, 5 lightning energies. You could say, wow, why so many lightning energies? Well, that's because I want to abuse that Tapu Thunder GX. That's the only reason. You can add a 4th, actually a 7th grass energy and reduce lightning energy, but I do think this deck works really well with this. Okay, things to include. If you have this list, it will be in the description below, but you can also run an Oranguru in a deck like this. You can run Mew, you can run maybe Vikavolt GX if you want to, but this is just the list I played at my League Cup. Now we're gonna go over the matches, the most important thing why you're here for, so you get a clue of what's being played in the format. So, first match, of course, we were playing against Tapu Bulu Vikavolt. So, we were having a mirror match. What's great about mirror match is all about skill. So, in this mirror match, I could start first, which was actually a great feeling, starting the tournament first, but he played this version of Tapu Bulu with something else. And now you might think, what did he put in this deck? It is Lurantis. The Lurantis promo with the ability Sunny Day makes it so he can deal 20 extra damage, so he does not even need Kukui to just get those one-shots. So that's why he ran that. And his name was Ruben, and he also had, I do believe he had a 2-2 line, but it could also be a 2-1 line of the Fullmantis Lurantis. So he did not play the Lurantis GX, just to get it out here. People might just question that, but he did not play the GX. I asked him. So I also had a turn 2 Vikavolt. What more could you ask for if you started? We had that Brigette, we had that turn 2 Vikavolt, and I started KOing the opposing Bulu. So I could initiate the attack, and he couldn't actually keep up and ended up losing because I even got out a 2nd Vikavolt, and by the time my first Bulu went down, I could accelerate all the energy onto another Bulu out of nowhere just to get my last 2 prize cards. So that was awesome. Round number 2 in this first round. Actually, this is the first game, round 2. Here he started, and he got also a mulligan, so that was really great. He ended away. I actually ended away that, so that immediately I could not get a first turn Brigette, but I was able to get out 2 Grubbin, which was decent with Ultra Ball. So the thing here that I did is actually let's just see here. I made some notes here just for you guys. So I had to knock out 2 Grubbins in this match. was kind of strange because I was kind of a little bit slower than usual. But nevertheless, I dominated the mirror match because I could get out the Vikavolt really quickly, which was great. So that went really well. Got that first turn win and actually got 2 wins in a row. So that was for the game number 1. And I was at 1 win, 0 losses. Next match, it's against Dennis the Menace. And yeah, he did really well at the Liverpool Regional, so he was a really great player. That was always great to hear here. Round number 1 in this second game, I overpowered him with a second turn Vikavolt, so the list really worked out consistently. I also choice banded by Bulu and knocked out Golisopod fairly easy. So if you haven't noticed already, the second game was against Golisopod. Golisopod GX with Gardevoir. So I really think I don't like about the Gardevoir matchup is yeah, they can shut down our abilities. As mentioned before, the Garbotoxin, where let's just get Gardevoir onto field here. We have Garbotoxin shutting down all our abilities, but I do tacked against this. I had 3 Field Blowers in my deck to overcome that, so we could get rid of that ability quite easily. So as mentioned, I got a Choice Band onto my Tapu Bulu, one-shot at Golisopod fairly easy. Garbotoxin was no problem with Field Blower in my deck since yeah, he focused on ability lock without paying attention to Treasure Land. So I could play all my items down because he focused on the Garbotoxin. But little did he know that I played 3 Field Blowers, so that yeah, went in vain, and the Treasure Lance was never to be found, so I won. I destroyed those Galisopods quite easily. Also, a thing to know here is after they use their GX move, they cannot one-shot you anymore, and if they cannot one-shot you and you can one-shot them, you automatically win. Okay, that was great. Also, a thing I want to mention here is that the Tapu Koko damage spread did quite a bit of damage here. He a Choice Banded. The Tapu Koko used the DCE on it, and the Flying Flip dealt 50 damage to the active and then 20 to everything else. And with that, this Golisopod could still, yeah, one-shot the opposing Pokemon. So that was really great of him. But in the end, Golisopod ended up losing. Great. Anyway, up to round 2 of the second game of yeah, the tournament. I bricked. Turn 5 Vikavolt while he had a decent board with Golisopod GX in the spotlight, together with Choice Band and his GX move to be able to switch back, so I could not attack it anymore, and yeah, he swapped back to that Tapu Koko with free retreat, and my blues went down like dominoes, so yeah, nothing I can do about that. So turn 5 Vikavolt, you already know that it's not going great. Okay, up to round number 3, so he had to play quickly to, yeah, actually, I had to play really quickly to snatch the win here, because I knew that time was gonna get called really quickly. I think I only had 15 minutes in this game. Turn 2 Vikavolt helped me a ton, which was awesome, so I had a lot quite in this tournament. So I showed off the might of Tapu Bulu again with Choice Band, knocking out Golisopod, so that the mat of the Tapu Bulu, the numbers just work out really quickly. I also had a Lele prize, not that it mattered, and again, with Field blowing away the Choice Band onto the Garbotoxin guy, yeah, he could not one-shot me anymore, and I used my GX move to heal up as well, so yeah, I guess that was the game. So I won the second game. I was at 2 wins and 0 losses, going great so far. Up to game number 3. Game number 3, we are facing, what do you think? It is the one and only is Greninja. Greninja, not this guy, it is this one with Shadow Stitching. Little did I know that Shadow Stitching could mess up my deck so well. Okay, 3 really close games, and let's just start with the first match, actually the first round of the game 3. Greninja had, yeah, a really great setup, and with Shadow Stitching, he actually slowed me down quite a bit. I only had to take 1 more prize card because, yeah, my Tapu Bulu actually destroyed their Greninjas, actually his Greninjas, time after time, and even their Frogadiers and stuff. The thing he also ran in his Greninja list, so you can get an idea of what he ran. He's running the Starmie with Space, not this guy, the Starmie with Space Beacon, getting back the basic energies from the discard, and he also ran an Alolan Vulpix. Yeah, nope, not this one, it's this one with Beacon. So that was really interesting to see. Never seen a Greninja with Vulpix in there before. Maybe I thought that he was running Rare Candy, but he did use the water duplicates. And as mentioned, I only needed to get 1 more prize card, but that he actually keep coming back with those Rescue Stretchers and Splash Energy. So that was really annoying. So I only needed to get 1 more energy and actually 1 more prize card, but yeah, with Shadow Stitching I could not get there, and he won game 1, which was ridiculous. I only needed 1 more prize card, but yeah, you had to get 6 knockouts. He did not run GXs, so that's why, yeah, it didn't work out really well. Game 2, I dominated with a turn 2 Vikavolt, and then destroyed everything in his path. So the thing was, in game number 1, or actually match number 1 of game 3, I actually had to attach manual lightning energies. If I could attach grass energies, it would have been fine, but yeah, that game I lost. But the second match in that game ran really well. I attached a lot of grass energy. I had 2 Bulus that I could swap to, so I destroyed every single water type Pokemon in his deck. So game 2 dominated that. And next up, I was facing yeah, the match number 3 of the game 3 against Greninja. Let's get Greninja back in the spotlight here. Greninja. There we go. The break, whatever. This game, actually this match, I have to think a game is the best 2 out of 3, and a match is a match in a game. So let's just keep that clear. Okay, match number 3 on game 3. He can start, and I started with a Lele. Oh no, that was not great. Well, I was able to get a turn 3 Vikavolt, which was just in time before he was shut it down with the Shadow Stitching, which was great. And I only need to get 3 more prize cards. He only, yeah, he was at 6 prize cards still, so then time gets called, and yeah, what do you know, it's a tie. So I tied against Greninja. I was at 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. Up to game number 4, and what else was in my local League Cup that was being played? It is a Alolan, yeah, all these Alolan Pokemon. It's Alolan Ninetales GX. He played it together with this Alolan Ninetales, Luminous Barrier, shutting down a lot of things, and also Espeon EX just to devolve, and the Tapu Koko damage spread. If you don't know what Tapu Koko already does, Flying Flip, talked about it before, dealing 20 damage to everything on the field, while Espeon EX can then devolve everyone, and yeah, we're having a bad time here. Miraculous Shine, whatever. So, back to Ninetales. Okay, let's just talk about it. Though this is game 4, match number 1. How did it go? It was a very, very close game. That match number 1. Espeon EX was his MVP in the match. Also, 6 turns, I was stuck against this barbaric, crazy monster with Luminous Barrier. So yeah, I could not do anything about it because I could not get enough energies on my Vikavolt. Already wasted a lot of energy. So what I did to actually get my last prize card is actually I Guzma'd out his Octillery. So he was also playing Octillery. Let's just show it here, Octillery. And why did I do that? I had no energies left in my deck, upset unless I only had 1 grass energy left. So that was, yeah, whatever. So his Octillery only had 60 HP left because he had a Po-Town in town. He used Po-Town on his Octillery and actually got already 30 damage. So I saw immediately, wow, that's my ticket to win because he has a weakness to grass, and I have the Energy Recycler, put all the grass energies back in the deck. He ended me, and I got that grass energy that I wanted, Guzma'd out the Octillery, and boom, out of nowhere. Yeah, super effective damage, 60 damage with the 30 already with Po-Town. Got myself the win here. Really, really close game. Up to match number 2. Rather in my favor, I knocked out 2 Espeon EXs. He kept bringing them back with the Rescue Stretcher, but the thing I always did is, yeah, after he devolved my Vikavolt, I already top decked a rare candy again, so that actually happened twice. So he devolved my Vikavolt hoping that I could not have the energy acceleration that I needed, and yeah, rather did he know that I played actually 3 rare candies and I got them at the correct time, which was awesome. So I won that match fairly easy, and that Alolan Ninetales that caused me so much trouble, I destroyed it with Vikavolt. Yeah, I was at 3 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Up to game number 5. Okay, Gardevoir GX, the best deck in the format because it won Worlds. Everybody was playing it, so I expected to face this, yeah, sooner or later. So Gardevoir GX. How did I beat that one? Let's just have match number 1 of game 5. Brigette was prized, Lele was prized. Yeah, not a great time. And I only needed 2 more prize cards. The Tapu Koko-GX did really well, knocking off 6 energies on his active Gardevoir. He actually smacked all the energies onto it just to one-shot a Tapu Bulu without energies because I used the Nature's Judgment, and yeah, he wanted to one-shot anyhow. So I demolished that, got rid of his energies, but he still... Yeah, I lost due to having 1 energy prize because I wanted to use the strong charge, but little did I know that my last grass energy was in the prizes. I should have checked before, but yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, match number 2 of game 5. Really close games. I had to play really quickly once again because that match number 1 took a lot of time. And it was a really great game. We had a blast, we had so much fun. So again, Tapu Koko-GX destroyed a Gardevoir with 4 energies and a Choice Band, so got rid of a lot of resources like that. I got 2 Vikavolts set up, which helped me in the late game because he ended me, and yeah, I could get all the energies from a deck, so that was crazy. Without Remoraid, he actually was really terrified of an N. I used N and he could not recover from that. He even got out of Gallade last turn, but that didn't even matter. I only needed 1 more prize card. And because I had 2 Vikavolts out, getting energies wasn't the problem here. In the early game, I Guzma out a Remoraid, knocked that out, and yeah, in the late game using N was what won me the game, actually the match. And then time gets called. We got 5 minutes, but we decided let's just tie. You cannot win a match in 5 minutes unless you dunk, but against Gardevoir, So I tied, and I was at 3 wins, 0 losses, 2 ties. So everything was depending on my last game. And I was facing, yeah, you could have guessed it, Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu was highly present in the League Cup I went to, so let's just get Bulu back. He played Tapu Bulu with Oranguru, or Orangaroo, or whatever you want to call this monkey here. He played it with Oranguru. I always say Oranguru, just to draw cards. He was immune to N. And also he played Mew, the one from Fate's Collide with Memories of Dawn. This Mew could use the attack of Tapu Bulu, which means actually meant that this is a 1-prize attacker that does the exact same thing like Tapu Bulu. Really great, and props to him for adding it into his list. So it was a mirror match, highly favored it to him because he had that Mew, and the prize race did not work out really well. So match number 1, he can start, my Lele is priced, my Brigette is priced. I was getting frustrated because this was the all or nothing game. So starting off was rough. That was the first thing that came to mind. He could initiate the first attack, and with Mew I could not keep up the prize race, which meant I could get off the attack, destroy a Tapu Bulu. He comes back with a Mew, destroys my Tapu Bulu, and I'm behind him in the prize race, which did not feel really good. Definitely because I had a slow setup, and yeah, he just obliterated me with a Mew. Could you believe it? Match number 2 of game number 6. I can start. I have the Lele, but Brigette is nowhere to be found, which means, yeah, not a great time. I was able to get a Grubbin, which was really fine, but I could not get the Vikavolt in time. So I had a Vikavolt on turn 4 or something, and I ended up losing. His Mew did not do that much. He used Vikavolt, actually, yeah, he used Tapu Bulu to destroy me. And the thing that I could not get is the extra grass energy. I hated myself for not adding that 7 grass energy, but yeah, I defeated Gardevoir, or actually tied against Gardevoir. I was stacked against Gardevoir. Did not see a lot of Gardevoirs, but yeah, maybe adding that 7 grass energy would have been more consistent, and yeah, that actually made me lose that game. So 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. It's all about the bubble here. So did I make it in the top cut? No, ladies and gentlemen, I was 9th at that tournament, so I could not get in the top cut, but it was really nice seeing a lot of familiar faces. Also, one of my close friends went with me through that tournament. He played Gardevoir GX. Did not make it to the top cut either, but he had a blast, and yeah, he learned a lot during that process. The same for me. I'm gonna change my Vikavolt list and add definitely 1 Mew, because that Mew realized me that the prize race is awesome. Mew is the MVP in the Tapu Bulu list that should be included in every Tapu Bulu list from now on. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy videos like these where I talk about my personal tournament experience. If you did enjoy the video, give it a little like, because you know I always appreciate that. Use rock smash on the like button, and I will see you guys soon enough. As you know, Wednesday there's always an epic video with a wrap and deck analysis and Poke News, so stay tuned to that. And I thank you all again for watching my video, and let me know what you did this weekend at your tournament. Did you go to a really big regionals? Did you go to a League Cup, League Challenge? Let me know how you did and which deck you were running, because I want to give a little bit of knowledge of what's being played around the world. I was playing Vikavolt Bulu just to have no weakness, but as I ended up, I did not face any fire, so maybe Galissapod Gardevoir would have been a better choice. Anyways, this was Zapdos TCG here. I thank you all again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.